All right, guys. So we had that drop. We opened higher as expected, and then we had this drop. Looks like it ended a little earlier than I expected, and we have this big move higher. It looks like we passed through the unicursal there earlier than expected, but that remember how I mentioned that unicursal could very well be the same price level as the prior day's unicursal, and if we look at it from the standpoint of it happened a little earlier, then that's very much what took place. Or you could say that up here is unicursal as well. And so when you see the unicursal and there isn't like a sharp drop immediately following the unicursal, generally speaking, if you go higher through a unicursal, it means that there's an important price level that's been marked off by the unicursal. It's a price level that when we have when we have the next significant multi-day drop or significant drop on the scale of the chart, I should say, we should break through that to the downside through that price level that the unicursal basically represents. But we did have this big move here. It just happened a lot sooner than expected, but big move into the end of the day. Rally increasing with momentum moving forward into the high. But it's a rally that ends with a fast sudden move higher and then a breakdown through that diagonal trend line. We have a low correlation here at the end of the day and a death card plus a cross reading correlation, all giving it significance. So we should see a trough here, I think, probably as we move into the close. There's probably going to be a trough here, and I say that based on the fact that everything in this reading seems to have happened a little bit earlier than expected, which is going to happen sometimes. Remember, as always, it's the sequence of events that matters the most. That's rarely is the sequence of events going to be off. It is occasionally, because we're talking about fractal science and there's slight permutations in the pattern, but it's by far the most reliable aspect of Eso-Meta. Hey, Tabraze. I think as far as a drop, we should see a drop tomorrow, yes. Especially because we've had this unicursal and just gone higher. My sense is that we probably have a pretty notable drop through that price level approaching. I think that there'll be a notable drop here first thing in the morning. It's going to be kind of like a fake out of some sort. When does your short position expire, Tabraze? When Moon, when Hummer, hey round Earth. Is it like a short equity position, Tabriz, or is it an options position? Man, this little 13-inch travel screen's so hard to read. But it's really sick. I'm going to do a little review on this travel screen that I'm using. Basically, it gives me 3 screens on the road. It's really simple and pretty cool little product for the traveling trader. June Bitcoin. Hey, AV. Was the low for June today? I think we probably have a lower price level tomorrow. Interesting. So we have this disappointment card here, which is also speaking of like something going on tomorrow with a low. I think we probably have a lower price level here tomorrow, and then we've got the disappointment card again nullified. So pretty good shot that there's a lower price level here tomorrow. So to braise, that's good. If it's not options, if it's equity, I probably wait until tomorrow morning to get out of that short position. So yeah, AV, I think probably it's a pretty notable low there. It's really hard to say, right? Because we have this trough here that we had this big move out of, and then tomorrow we have decline offering opportunity to open up a long position again. What I'd want to do is use the decline, any decline tomorrow to open up a long position and hold that long position until if there's opportunity to sell on the 6th, I'd do it on the 6th to be safe. But if not, then on the 7th in the midst of a rally. But it may be the same price level. It's hard to say if it's going to be lower. To be frank, AV, it's hard to say. It could be. There's things indicating that we probably have a lower price level tomorrow. So there's a good possibility. But from the standpoint of the 1 month, it looks like we probably met that lower price level first thing in the morning, or with this, not maybe first thing in the morning, but with this drop that we had mid morning or midday. Hey, Carolyn. I would say probably wait till tomorrow, Carolyn. You probably get out at a better price tomorrow, or get out of the short position at a better price tomorrow. But you definitely want to be getting into a long position. Like today or tomorrow is the low. One of these 2 days is the low. And with that said, you don't want to be getting into a short position at the low. You want to be getting into a long position at the low. From the standpoint of like a multi-day trade, right? So tomorrow, what we want to be doing, especially if we got hurt on a short today, in the midst of a decline tomorrow, we will want to close the shorts, and we want to open up a long position in anticipation of closing it around the 6th or the 7th. Appreciate it, Carolyn. Thank you. I don't think it's going to be lower than this morning, AV. I think if we have a low, it's going to be pretty notable, like around the same price level as the low that we had this morning. But I don't think we're going to go lower per se. We'll go lower from where we are. That seems pretty. I feel pretty confident we go lower from where we are right now. As in here, you see we're creating this trough right now. Um, this death card probably carries into tomorrow's devil card, and I would look to close out of short positions probably between like 10 and 11. It may be around the same low. It's possible. It may not be, but from the standpoint of where we are right now, it looks like we see a lower price level tomorrow than where we are now. Hopefully that's helpful, guys. AB. Wonder, did I do a Disney? I might have done a Disney for a June reading for Disney. Let me just double check. I don't know if I marked it up. I didn't mark it up, but does Disney hit 100 next week? Disney hit 100 next week. I got a yes for that, B. Pretty significant Aeon yes. Might even go higher than that based on the Aeon, who knows? Hey, Conrad. So a wing long expiration 16th. I would probably hold the long position. Because it looks like we're going into. It might be a little scary at one point tomorrow holding the long position, Carolyn. It might, like in the morning, seem a little scary. And it's a little unclear at the end of the day which way we're going to end here. We have a nullified theme card, making it difficult really to determine the overall trend direction. But from the standpoint of the 1 month, it's to the downside. However, pretty big move higher on the 5th, on the 6th, on the 7th. These are nullified though. Interesting. I would hold the long position probably until the 6th or the 7th, Carolyn. IWM long, June 16th. I'm seeing you should hold the IWM long position. That's what I'm picking up on there. X4. Can we hit $5 X4 by July, August? I got a no for that, Conrad. Or, sorry, Tibraze, I got a no for that. I'm going back to New York probably on Sunday, provided the weather allows me to. I don't feel like driving to New York in the rain, which is why I got stuck here. But probably on Sunday is when I'll go back. I'm doing recordings in Florida on the road the next few days. I don't like to travel when I should be recording. Is a long position in June good for UPST? Looks good. FNGU looks good. PLTR looks good as well. PLTR is a pretty solid one to hold on to. from the standpoint of the 1 month though, it's looking pretty. A lot of it's looking like bullish cards. This is bullish. This is bullish. This is bullish. We have a high correlation here. So if the dailies are contradicting that, usually what you have is like gaps down with like moves higher, or gaps up with moves lower. There's lots of funky stuff that can happen. Let's see from the standpoint here. I think we probably have like on a multi-day scale, we're moving higher. What happens throughout the days, based on where we open, like in between, the moves in between the days could move us higher, even if we have down days. If that makes sense. 410 by the end of June. It's possible, yeah. I mean, it's 410's not that far away based on the decline kind of behavior here. On well, I guess that's the third week technically, because you have these two over here. But I think of this as the second week. I think of this as 1 week, and this as 1 week. So, but from that standpoint, it does look like we get a little bearish there, a bit of a dip. But matter of fact, I don't think so. No, come to think of it, I don't think so, because we're not going to see 410 in June because we've got a low here first thing in the month. So this is very likely 416 is very likely our low. Tomorrow we'll make that, like, we'll solidify whether or not this is the low. Hey Conrad, yeah. So if you've been like down on the short position and you broke even, it might make sense to get out at even, and then use any decline tomorrow as an opportunity to open up a long position to close on Thursday. But it's not necessarily a bad thing holding it. It's just if you can get out without taking a loss, I'd probably do that because it's more certain. There's more certainty there. This devil card is sneaky. Seems sneaky to me. If you choose to hold the short position, I wouldn't hold it past like 10-15. Tesla. Oh, sorry. Let's back up and do Bitcoin real quick. I don't think we're going to see much more to the downside on Bitcoin in the near future. We might see more decline tomorrow, but like and lows around the fourth, fifth. But after that, I think it's probably moving higher into like the 23rd or possibly even into the end of the month. All right, let's check out Tesla. See, any decline in early June is opportunity to open up a long position, it looks like, for Bitcoin. So the question about Tesla is, should I short Tesla until the 5th? Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. Looks like a cash out like on the cusp of the 5th, 6th. Thinking about going long GM and shop, do you reckon bullish or bullish in the coming days? Establishment of support. I mean, it looks like it's kind of mixed, and we have a down day for ZM tomorrow. Hermes, stop barking. Shop. Bearish tomorrow as well. Kind of mixed. It's kind of mixed for shop. There's probably better opportunities, things that are more clear in one direction. Appreciate it, Conrad. Appreciate it, Round Earth. Could we see space at $6 by August? I think we'll probably see a higher price level by then. Let me see. I got a maybe, which means we probably see a higher price level than that. Yeah, I got a yes. We see a higher price level than $6 by August in SBC. Which day will be lower for Bitcoin? Tomorrow or the 5th? Hard to say. There's kind of like two separate kind of messages going on between the second and the fourth, but I'm leaning towards the fourth, the morning of the fourth as the low for Bitcoin. Leaning towards the morning of the fourth. Yeah, Hermes is doing a lot better, and he's having a ton of fun with his brother who lives here in Florida. Can we see S&P 500 at 4,400 this month? I got a yes for that. From the standpoint of the June monthly, it also looks significantly possible. This is one of the most bullish cards in the deck. The Lust card reaching for a distant resistance. That's on a multi-day scale. So there's a good possibility. I got a yes for that. Yeah, we probably saw the low today. We might revisit the low on like the second or the fifth, but we've seen. I think it's pretty solid to say that we've seen the low. We might revisit it again later in the month, but I'm pretty sure there was a low there. Let me take a look at this chart actually. Yeah, that could very well be a low for the month right here. It would have been first thing in the morning. And you could see here first thing in the morning, it adds up. So this is probably, for SPC, probably the lowest today in the morning, is my sense. Hey, Robert. Oh, Netflix. tomorrow. Either that or it's the same. We hit the same price level again tomorrow, and then there is a chance of seeing it again on the 5th or close to it on the 5th. But I'd say probably tomorrow. Recording days, and once the recording days are over, I'll leave for New York. It's kind of mixed. And I would say that like movements to the upside for positions, it's pretty mixed. All right, let's take a look at SPY again. Right, so there's that trough at the end of the day after the high. Movement to the upside in the pre-market, and then it looks like we drop. There's volatility. Like after a move to the upside, there's volatility around the open, taking us to a low. And then out of that low, there's a fast sudden move higher, ending the volatility. But that move there, that fast sudden move higher, I think probably takes place around like 10:15-ish probably. It actually looks like there's a scalp in there. Right, so you close short positions around 10:10, open up a long position, and then it looks like probably by 11 o'clock, I'd probably want to close out of that long position. That would be a scalp. And then there's like this midday drop off of the high. Midday drop takes us to like the halting of a bullish trend midday, dropping through key support, and then takes us to a period where we like have a breakout on a 1-day scale here. And that probably right before that breakout, like when we're still to the downside, another opportunity to open up a long position and hold that long position. Any last questions, guys? Before I roll? Will the low of the day be early? You mean for tomorrow? I think so. Yeah, I think it'll probably be around 10 o'clock. And then there's that scalp in there. All right, thanks so much for watching. You're welcome, Conrad. Thanks so much for watching, guys. As always, much appreciation goes out to you guys for your interest and your support. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. The channel definitely needs support. We're still not there yet. We're getting there. We're almost there, but we're still not there. We almost cover the bills, the expenses of the business now. So any type of support goes a long way, guys. And make sure, as always, to follow that rule of karma. If you're new to the channel, you do so here at the resources tab of our website, where the rule of karma is this. We're giving away a ton of information. This information is worth millions, if not billions of dollars to the right individual. We're giving it away for free with the intent that you guys utilize it to take 5% of that profit and send it forward to one of these charities, ensuring abundance mentality, and then 5% of the profits back to the channel here through one of these links. Ensuring gratitude mentality, and those two combined with a clear conscience is a really strong way to manifest that which you wish to manifest, my friends. I'll leave you with that. Follow those rules and spend that money out of love. The universe is going to send it back to you tenfold through this channel. Oh, Carolyn, I already went through that one. Just circle back in the reading. You'll see, I went through that one. It's mixed with like a probably starting out bullish for the week, but it doesn't last. That was MSTR, but you could go back and check it out. I went through the days. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching.